Alright, finishing up today with Miss Wanda. Alright, we have a lot of bees up here. Do that. Population looks pretty good up top. I don't remember real well from last time we were in her, but most of the bees are over here, so I'm gonna pull a frame from this side to get us some room. She last year was kind of our strongest hive. She was a swarm catch, so unknown genetics. Could be a feral queen. So that's a capped honey frame. She was the strongest hive last season, but this year has been a little slower to start compared to Bluey. But Bluey's an Italian, so it's in her nature to brood up early. That's another frame of honey that might not really be needed. If they've already got enough, she may need the room to lay eggs more than she needs honey, especially now that we've got some nectar coming in. Honey, honey. A little lighter, honey and pollen. Honey and pollen. I'll leave that here for now because of the pollen. A little bit of pollen, a little bit of nectar. Got some pollen on that side. We're starting to get into frames with bees. Pollen and nectar out here. Got some capped brood. We got eggs and very young larvae in the empty cells. Got some pollen here in the middle. They backfilled on her. Larvae. Okay, so this frame's got brood and resources. Empty cells. There's a couple eggs. Empty cells, a few sporadic eggs. Got some pollen here. Empty cells, so I think that did have brood on it, but it has emerged. Cap brood, I see eggs and larvae interspersed. They're backfilling some resources on it. Eggs and larvae, and more resources. That's a little sporadic of a pattern, but I think they're forcing it on her by backfilling on it. There's lots of bees right here. We got brood emerging right now. I'm gonna try and peek in some of these empty cells and see if she's laid in them. Maybe not. Yeah, we got some eggs. See larvae across the top. We got eggs over here. Really young larvae there. Alright, that might be a drone cell, maybe the first one I've seen. Alright. Cat brood, eggs and larvae. For a medium frame, that's pretty good. A little spotty, but again, I think they're back going on. Quick look for her. Cat brood, larvae, eggs. Getting a little antsy now. Brood out here on the wall, but way more pollen on it, as you would expect. We got some drone cells right there, 6 of them. Got a lady chewing out right there. A little happy birthday to you. Good amount of pollen in that frame. Oh, there's old Wanda right there. See her? She's pink because she was a swarm capture, so that's what we've decided to do, at least last year with our swarm capture queens, is we don't know for sure that she was born and mated last year. She could have been previous year queen, so we went with pink because that's not one of the designated colors, and it'll now she's going under. She just dropped off the frame into the box. She has always been, there was one time last year we were inspecting. She had 3 boxes, a deep and 2 mediums, and we started with the top box and we saw her, and then we put the top box all back together, pulled it off, went down to the middle box, which was a medium, started inspecting it. As we were going through it, found her again, and then lo and behold, once we got to the bottom box, the deep, there she was again. So she gets around her hive. She patrols. Did this one have brood? Can't remember. No, resources. I can get her empty comb. Alright, we're going to get her a drone frame. She's another one that we'd like to propagate her genetics if we can. And we got 2 empty drone combs. Crack this box and we'll inspect the deep real quick. See if she ran down there. Yeah, a little wild. Alright, we're going to be kind of quick about this. I think it's going to be a lot like the last 2 hives, and that this deep is pretty sparse. Which, if that's the case, we're going to do a box reversal and close them up. So we're pretty quiet on this end, so we'll start down here. Empty comb. Pretty much empty comb with a little bit of pollen. They might be working on pulling that a little, maybe. Pollen / bee bread. Pollen, that's a good pollen frame. Pretty much empty comb, empty comb. A little bit of a honey rainbow, but empty comb. There's our sensor frame, a little bit of honey at the top, empty comb, a little bit of honey, empty comb. So again, seems like our deep boxes are primed to be worked into. They just haven't dropped down. They've been hanging out up in the medium. So do the reversal and see if we can't start getting these deep boxes brooded up. Really, it's almost bad enough that it'd be like, I need to, if this was a different time of year, I'd be talking about taking a box away from them. They've got too much space. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They could use a frame behind if I've got it. Do not have a spare frame. All right, so I'm gonna do the box reversal and then pack them all back together. I might give them a little bit of fondant on top just to be safe.